Hello and welcome to another episode of Taste of Torrance. I am your host, Kirk Lyons, and I'm in the heart of downtown Torrance, standing here outside a restaurant that's going to make you feel like you're right at home. Welcome to Local Kitchen, the American Tavern. Let's head inside. Well, I've made my way inside Local Kitchen, and I have to tell you, this establishment is sprawling. With me is the owner of this sprawling establishment, Jim Crone. Jim, nice to meet you. I'm great.
Nice to meet you.
I got it. The first thing that struck me when I walked in here is everything is huge. The booths are big, the tables are big, the room is big. How many people does it seat?
We seat about 128.
And what is the concept? Is this, it feels like restaurant, it feels a little sports bar, it feels like a little elevated.
We kind of wanted to be a little bit of all those, really.
Okay.
The first priority is obviously the food.
Right.
Food was a huge priority for us. We wanted to be something for everybody. It's a scratch kitchen, and we tried to do items that people know and love.
Now, you are a veteran of the food industry, correct? Tell me a
Absolutely.
little bit about that.
Spent a little over 25 years doing this for other companies, a couple larger companies, and learned a lot from some great people, and it was just time to go out and do our own thing.
Okay, and what brought you to downtown Torrance to do your own thing?
Wasn't looking to come to Torrance, but when the opportunity came with this location and we saw the area, we fell in love with it.
Well, tell me about this location, because this is sort of an interesting story behind it, correct?
It reminds us of a lot of a neighborhood real close to us in Orange County. It's an old downtown area that I think people would much rather go walk around than one of the cookie cutter malls that you see everywhere.
And when you came in, did you have to renovate, do anything?
We didn't. The building interior looks exactly as it does today. We had to do nothing. I changed a couple light bulbs.
I think I'm starting to understand the business plan now. That's amazing. Well, tell me about the menu a little bit.
It's a little bit of everything. It's all items that people would know and have had in other places. We wanted to do them hopefully better than what we've had in other places. From scratch, everything's done in-house. But we wanted it to be food that people have had for years. They love to eat, classic comfort food, but done our way.
Recognizable but slightly elevated.
Absolutely.
All right,
Absolutely.
well, I am excited to try the menu, but before I do that, I hear you also have like a really nice cocktail program.
We do. We didn't try and reinvent the wheel. We did classic things that people have been enjoying for years, especially with our signature cocktails. A lot of old school cocktails that have been done for 50, 75, 100 years. We have a focus, heavy emphasis on bourbons and ryes, strong selection of tequilas, and then our craft beer program's amazing.
So now you're also bringing speakeasy in.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's excellent. Would you mind if we go check that out?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do this. Okay, we are standing in front of the bar, and like everything else in this restaurant, it is sprawling, it is spacious.
Who doesn't want a big bar?
All right, well, tell me how your cocktail program matches what you've got going on here.
A lot of the same. It's about stuff that people have had for years, cocktails people enjoy having and have for years.
So we talking about things like old fashions,
Absolutely.
Sazeracs, things of that nature?
Mint juleps, Manhattans, absolutely.
Those drinks are definitely making a comeback, but what you're seeing them is in places where maybe the price point is upwards of like $16 a drink, especially in Los Angeles.
Not what we wanted to do. We can make a great drink and you don't have to charge $20 for it.
Or take 10, 15 minutes to make it?
Right.
Yeah, that's a speakeasy. That's not what
No.
Heart speakeasy, not full speakeasy.
If I order a drink, I want to get it fairly soon, right?
Correct.
Craft beer is a big part of what we do as well.
Do you have any local crafts?
We have a ton. We have 7 of our 16 handles are from Torrance.
I'm loving
the
that.
immediate area. Absolutely.
You know, that's so great, and I'm seeing that in a lot of the restaurants where we visit, where they're really honoring those Torrance breweries, and it's such a nice, I think it's everything from just kind of showcasing what's really great about the city, but also, I mean, what a better way to promote goodwill, right?
There's great breweries too.
Yeah, that too.
There's
Solid
great
beer.
breweries
Let's
in
not
the
forget
city.
that,
We would
right.
do more. Some of them just aren't doing anything off-site. So
Right.
trying to talk some of those guys into doing stuff with us.
Gotcha. So what are your biggest sellers in terms of mixed drinks, cocktails?
Oh, we've got several margaritas that are outstanding. We've got a Sartori Crystal margarita that is a classic old school margarita with nothing but tequila, fresh lime juice, and Cointreau. There's no sweet and sour or margarita mixes. It's all done scratch to order. We've got a great jalapeno cucumber margarita. That's one of our favorites. And then a lot of the bourbon cocktails are extremely popular. The old fashioned is one of our top sellers.
Right. How about happy hours? Do you have any like?
We do every day, 3 to 6, every day of the week. We get great specials on both drinks, cocktails, beer, wine, and then food as well.
Well, I mean, as you can see, it's really starting to fill up here now. I mean, the bar's starting to kind of, get some action here. I think it might be time to grab some food.
I'm hungry.
I am too. I've been looking over your menu, and I've been eyeing a few things. You mind if?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Whatever you like.
That way?
Perfect. Let's
All
go.
right. Thank you. All right, well, we have come to what I affectionately refer to as my favorite part of the show. I don't know how I'm going to manage all this, but hashtag YOLO, right? You only live once.
Good luck.
All right, so in front of me, this is an appetizer that I was very interested in trying. These are your deviled eggs.
Diablo
And
huevos.
a little bit of a different spin on it, because what you've done is you have deep fried the white portion, correct? All right. I gotta try it. It just sounded so good to me, because you know what? When in doubt, fry it, right?
Always.
It really is. You know what it did? It added like a textural contrast to something that normally is just kind of smooth and creamy. Now you got a crunch. And the inside, that warm, it's nicer.
Crispy with the panko.
I could eat this for breakfast. This is great.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know what I like to do is I like to travel in a clockwise motion. It just makes sense to me. So, in front of me now, well, tell me a little bit. The salad. I see it's a salad.
This one is really, my wife gets all the credit for this one.
Okay.
I was never much of a salad guy, and this is something that she used to do, similar to this, that she loved. It's Erica's strawberry blue greens.
Erica would be the wife?
Erica's my wife.
Okay,
yeah,
very good.
It's mixed veal greens, spinach, kale, tossed with Granny Smith apples, dried cranberries, strawberries, blue cheese, and then our house-made balsamic vinaigrette.
So in a sea of decadence and comfort food, Erica brings us a little bit of like healthiness.
Right.
Okay, I can
Right.
appreciate that. Yeah, I get it. With sweet strawberries,
Glazed pecans.
well, and the blue cheese, they just work so well together. And really nice that you chose kale for the salad, because with all the weightiness to it and the amount of like sort of items that have moisture, it stays sturdy. Am I correct?
Yep.
That's sort of part of the thinking here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is really good.
Thank you.
This is a meal salad right here.
It is. It is. All of our portions, we want people to take food home with them.
Really good, really good. And if you have leftovers, that will save really nice the next day because of the kale. Let me guess, chicken and waffles.
Absolutely.
So what makes your chicken and waffles special in terms
Very different. Very different. The fried chicken's unbelievable.
All right.
So it's top secret seasoning that we use on the chicken. The waffle itself isn't your traditional Belgian waffle. It's a Liège waffle, which is done with a dough, not a batter. Very different than the traditional Belgian waffle.
Okay, well the first thing You've gone boneless with the chicken.
Absolutely.
All right. And you know, I gotta tell you, it's very, very moist for not being on the bone. Very moist. That is chicken that has either been sitting in buttermilk or has been brined, and I won't make you tell me. You're just gonna shake your head.
It's close.
All right. And the waffle. Oh yeah, that's a nice crispy waffle. Wow. Yes, I can tell that is gonna have a most awesome crunch.
The syrup is a sriracha maple syrup that we make in-house.
That's a good waffle. Oh my word.
We like that response.
Kudos. That is really delicious. And there's a savory quality to it too. So it just all works. This would be very, very tough to not eat this whole plate. That is great.
Thank you.
Very impressed. All right.
Thank you.
Now, that scares me. No, I'm literally scared. I have no idea what I'm looking at here.
This is the Dave's Barbecue Meatloaf Tower.
Who's Dave?
One of my idols, somebody that I've looked up to for years. Dave McCoy is the founder of Mammoth Mountain.
Oh, okay.
Created Mammoth Mountain, basically built it with his bare hands.
And he must like meatloaf.
A lot of the names on the menu either have local ties with the community, the Old Torrance Chicken Club, Sartori.
Right.
It's either a local connection or a personal connection or family connection with us. Our family spends a lot of time in Mammoth. And when we built this mountain, that was the first person we thought of.
I kind of got, I put two and two together at some point. But yeah, you're right. That does look sort of like Mammoth Mountain. Yeah. These onion rings are great.
Thank you.
These are great. Now, these are your normal onion rings that you would serve? These are a little different, right? Because I saw some
much thinner cut. These are more of a shoestring. Our onion rings as an appetizer and that you had on the burger are much thicker.
Yeah. Well, I think
these are really more of a garnish than anything.
Okay. I think
fairly large garnish.
I'm gonna have to eat this with a fork and knife. There's
of course.
Yeah. All right. And what is this jus on the bottom here?
It's a barbecue jus. So it's our house-made barbecue sauce, a little of our house-made au jus together.
That's really tasty meatloaf.
Thank you.
That is so savory. Wow. Herbaceous. A lot of fresh herb in there.
Yep.
Thyme, rosemary. It's very moist, but yet at the same time, there's a barbecue quality to it that's not even about the jus, that's about the meatloaf itself.
There is some barbecue in the meatloaf itself, absolutely.
This is ridiculously good.
You get a little bit of everything with it.
I gotta ask you, does someone come in and order this for themselves or like a family or what?
We have some people that come in and clean the plate. A lot of people will come in, eat half of it, and they look forward to taking the other half home for tomorrow.
One last dish to go here, moving in our...
To stay on the barbecue theme.
Right. What do we have here?
We have the barbecue smokehouse burger.
Okay. What's on that?
Our classic burger, which is blended for us. Our house-made Chipotle barbecue sauce. Our house-made onion rings.
Right.
Applewood smoked bacon.
I'm going to cut it in half. I hope you don't mind.
Smart.
Should I maybe scrunch first? Would that be a good move too?
I would.
Yeah, because I don't know how to.
It's a big one.
Right.
We don't have rules on how to eat it. Only guidelines.
What's the weight on that burger?
They're 7-ounce burgers. Yeah.
Nice. Got a nice little. Oh. How did you know? How did you know I like my burgers cooked like that? That's nice. That is really, really good.
Thank you.
Wow. I mean, you really do offer something for everybody, correct?
We try to.
Well, I have to tell you, Jim, this is excellent. I mean,
Thank you.
I really enjoy your establishment. It's something for everybody. Great drinks, great atmosphere, really, really good food. And you know what? It seems like the place to be.
We love it. We're excited to be here. Torrance has really made us feel at home right from day one, and we wanted to do a place people just felt comfortable at.
I'm feeling a little too comfortable.
It's no such thing.
I might not leave.
No such thing.
Well, listen, I got to tell you, thank you so much for your
Thank you.
hospitality.
My pleasure.
Once again, you're looking for a great bite to eat and a great night out. Local kitchen, stamp of approval.
Thank you very much.
We're all done here, but I think my co-host Hiba Samad is out there somewhere in Torrance, I would imagine, and probably doing something clothes related. What do you say we find her? Oh, Hiba.
Thanks, Kirk. Well, I'm not too far from you. I'm in downtown Torrance at a place called Heritage Costumes. They're open year-round, and they have pieces for any party or occasion. I can't wait to show you the store. Follow me. Welcome, guys. I'm in the store now, and as you can tell, I switched out of my outfit into this one-of-a-kind costume here at Heritage Costumes. And the great part about this store is that you can rent, buy, customize. And with me here is manager Bella Sanchez. Thank you so much for having us.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
And Bella, Heritage Costumes has so much more than meets the eye. Tell me about the store.
Well, the store's been around for over 40 years. It's a South Bay classic. You can find us on Yelp, you can find us on Google, and it's definitely a place to get your costumes in the South Bay area.
And I think your store has really proven that costumes can be worn year-round.
Yes.
A lot of people associate costumes with during the Halloween time, but tell me how costumes can really be worn at any time, any party, any occasion.
Yes, so there's a lot of 1920s parties that happen for New Year's. There's also kids' historical walk through the Revolution, colonial days that 5th graders and 6th graders have to do, so they come here to get their costume items.
And I have to ask, what are some of the most requested costumes you tend to have?
Well, actually, as you can see, one of the things that you're wearing is a saloon girl or saloon madam. So you can either wear this with cute leggings and boots if you want to be kind of like a pirate. You could also do a Victorian with like a long dress and a mask or a big hat. That's very much requested, as well as Wyatt Earp, and any tombstone gentleman is also high in demand for us.
And you have great details in all these costumes because most of them are made right here in the store.
Yes, that's correct. All of our garments are made in the USA.
And I would love to show the viewers your store. It has so many costumes and so much variety. And I hear that you have a costume specialist that's been working here for a while. So if you can introduce me to her and tell me a little bit more about what she will do.
Yes, actually, Megan Oates. She's been with me for 2 years. And she is a sales specialist. She's actually one of my top sellers in the store.
Great. So Megan, are you ready? Are you going to take me on a little adventure? We'll pick out some great costumes so we can show the viewers what Heritage Costumes is all about. Yeah. Okay, should we head over there?
Yeah.
Megan, that was so much fun, and I can't wait to try these on.
Yeah.
But before I try these on, let's talk a little bit about some of the costumes. A lot of them are customized. As we speak, are people sewing and creating and designing custom costumes in the back? Tell me about that.
So we have contractors that create all of the retail costumes, like the Anne Bonny one that you're going to try on, and then throughout the years they've made all of these costumes. We also have a coworker that made the flapper dress that you're trying on.
How special is that to have someone in-house customizing, sewing throughout the year?
It's really cool, and then it's good when the costumes get like rips or whatever. We can just bring it over and then they fix everything if a customer wants to take it that day.
Yeah, I think Bella was mentioning that they make sure that everything is from Los Angeles, nothing's exported,
or
imported
made here
from China.
Yeah, everything's made here. All of the costumes, the accessories, everything, we make it here.
Which costume should I try on first?
This one, the zombie one.
The zombie one. Okay, so I'll be right back.
Okay, have fun.
Well,
that
how do I look?
Pretty.
This is like so intricate.
Yeah,
I love
the
this.
lace is nice.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about this costume.
I think it's a wedding dress that we zombified, so we like ripped it and put the blood on it.
Yeah, this is really definitely something gory.
Yeah.
So, you know, You guys are open year-round. Bella and I talked about that. I guess, what does that say about the costume industry and our culture, that someone can walk into a store like this and purchase anything at any time of the year?
That people are really into trying to be someone else, like pretending, like dressing up, even though it's something that typically kids do. A lot of adults like to participate as well.
And you're a specialist, so when people come in and is there a sense of excitement when they get to kind of pick what they want to be? Or
Yeah.
Tell me how the process is.
So people would walk in, and we have books that people can look through with all of our different rental options, and they could see which one they like, or we could just take them around the store like we did, and then they pick ones that they like and try them on, and just find one that fits the occasion and their personality.
And with many of the costumes here, you know, they do date back to different eras, and fashion kind of does a full circle. Like you see lace that was, you know, used from back in the colonial age and different types of sleeves. Do you see that? Things on the runway right now that you see right here in the store?
Yeah, and then with the Hamilton play, a lot of that is coming back as well. People are requesting that a lot. With the 70s clothing, like the bell-bottom pants or like grunge clothing.
Okay, well, as much as I love this costume, I know there's a really cool flapper costume waiting for me in there, so I'm gonna try that on, and I'll be right back out, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'm a flapper girl now.
So cute.
And it comes with this cute fur little thing.
And you could also get like a headband, a boa, gloves, or pearls to go with it.
Okay, and this is like a classic, a flapper outfit. It has the fringe, it has different colors, silk, it comes with sequins at times. And this is a great example of how a lot of things nowadays, when you're walking down the street, people have fringe on their jackets.
Yeah,
you have fringe on your
the
dress. How popular year-round is this type of outfit?
That outfit's really popular, especially lately, like for New Year's, people are doing it. Since we're getting closer to like the 2020s, people are trying to get more of the 1920s flapper styles.
And speaking of accessories, you have much more than just costumes.
Yeah.
So tell me about that.
So we've got all different types of gloves, some fishnets, a bunch of different hats, accessories for a bunch of time eras, from like Roman, like shin guards and all that, to 1950s poodles, earrings and such.
What about the mask? I know I had one on earlier.
Yeah, we have
but
a
those
lot
are
of really
so,
nice masks.
and those are so intricate. So tell me about how those are made and when people can wear those.
People wear them for like masquerade parties or just like to any fancy party, and then they can put the mask and it still feels like a costume when costumes aren't allowed.
What are the price ranges for just like a piece like this?
For a piece like that, it would be around $20 to rent it. You get it for 3 days plus a day to pick it up, and then Sundays were closed, so if you get it for the weekend, you still have an extra day to return it.
Well, there's one more piece I'm going to try on, and that piece is actually a custom piece that you made right here, correct?
Yeah, we made it for our retail site, which is more historical than the store.
I'll be right back,
Yay!
and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, here I am.
Such a cute Anne Bonny costume.
Thank you. Tell me a little bit about this.
So you would get the jacket, the vest, the shirt, some knickers, and the hat.
Okay, but I have to ask you about this belt.
So you would actually take off your jacket.
Okay, I'm gonna hand that to you. I'm gonna
Okay.
take off my jacket. This is actually a belt you could find at a store
Yeah.
to belt your dress or something. As you can tell, I'm wearing a white collared shirt underneath. Hang this for a second. Okay.
Okay, and then it would go over your shoulder like that.
Okay. You're a little creative.
Yeah, fancy lady she was. And then
Buckle this
tuck in.
here.
Mhm.
Okay, and as I do this, let's talk a little bit about this outfit. And you said it's your online item,
it's
so
one
tell
of
me what
our
that
online
means.
costumes. So we have a collection of our own costumes that we make, and this is one of them.
Okay.
We also make other historical characters, and this is one of our first female adult ones.
And this is something popular because for a lot of the schools, they play dress up for this type of stuff, right?
Yeah, a lot of the schools do Colonial Day, and the teachers want to dress up, and the parents that volunteer want to dress up, so we created something for them to dress up in as well.
Great. And then I know you mentioned that you sell everything on Etsy and eBay.
Etsy and eBay
Tell our
site.
viewers about that.
So the Etsy site has a lot of the full costumes like this for the adults and children. We've also got like Willy Wonka and Wyatt Earp costumes. And then the eBay, we actually sell mostly accessories and older packaged costumes.
Well, I had such a blast today playing dress up. My job is very fun, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, well, thank you so much for letting me and my crew come in today and check out your store. And for everyone watching at home, I'm at Heritage Costumes. It's definitely a place you guys should check out. And for everyone watching at home, thank you again for joining me on another episode of Taste of Torrance, where food and fashion meet. I'm your host, Hiba Samad. I'll see you guys next time.